Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a great day today, and in this video we're going to be doing a review for the new Paramount Plus series Knuckles, which is a spin-off from the Sonic movies, and this was 6 episodes. They were all released on Friday, and to just hop right into the review, this takes place after Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where Knuckles has been living at the house with Sonic and Tails, and the story pretty much just follows. He wants to train a warrior, and so he trains Wade, who wants to win a bowling tournament, and it's a pretty good premise. The show itself is actually very funny. There are some laugh out loud moments. To be completely honest, it was actually quite a bit more funny than I actually had expected. And the CGI for Knuckles was pretty much the same quality as it is in the movies. For Tails and Sonic, I think it felt a little bit different because it's just a show and they weren't in it very much. But overall, when it comes to the plot of this show, I think it's pretty good. But it's really the first 2 episodes that I think are like great, because you just have Knuckles and Wade working together, and it's just a lot of fun. But once you get to the 3rd episode, it kind of shifts the focus more on Wade than Knuckles, and Wade definitely becomes the main character of this show. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but if you're kind of not really interested in the human characters and you had a problem with that in the movies, you're definitely going to have a problem with that in this show because it's much more significant. It's still pretty entertaining, but I do wish that Knuckles was just in it a little bit more and we got to see him shine a little bit more, because Wade definitely overshadows him in the later episodes, so we don't really get to see as much of his character arc. And overall, the bowling storyline is pretty good, I guess. If you're not interested in bowling, you might not like this show, but I find it interesting enough that I don't hate watching it. And there is a lot of stuff about Wade's family in here, with his mom and his sister, and his dad comes in the later episodes, who he plays against in the bowling tournament. His dad is pretty much just a jerk, and we don't really see much reasoning behind that, so it just seems very off-putting that anyone in his family ever even loved him, and it was pretty predictable that he was going to betray them. And when you get to the final bowling tournament, it really doesn't do anything clever. They just keep bowling strikes until Wade's dad misses one, and then Wade barely gets all 10. It's just not really anything clever at all. But overall, it's a pretty crazy show. Just a lot of crazy stuff happens, but it is a lot of fun. And the soundtrack that they picked for it was really good. I definitely liked the songs in it. There are some things that do feel lazy at times though. Like for example, they put a bounty on Wade and they never address it going away, so it doesn't really make sense how he just goes to the bowling tournament and just for the rest of the show no one else tries to hunt him. It was just in like 2 episodes and then they just forget about it. And overall, the villains are okay. You have these 2 agents, and then you also have this one guy that's really just there for the boss fight, the final battle, and he's honestly pretty forgettable. But it's okay. Obviously you can't expect it to be the same quality level as Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik in the movies, and overall the show isn't quite the same quality level as the movies, but I still find it very entertaining. It doesn't really introduce you to any other Sonic characters though. As I said, Sonic and Tails are in it for a little bit, and it's really only 1 episode, and I wish they kind of came back in a later episode for a little bit too, but it's kind of just whatever. And I was kind of surprised there were like no flashbacks of Knuckles when he was like a young kid on his home planet with the other echidnas, although you do get to see a ghost of the chief, so that was a little bit cool, I guess. And it's definitely cool that you get to see Knuckles wearing the hat in this show. People have been waiting for that ever since the Sonic movies started developing, so that was pretty satisfying. And there are some references to the video games in here, but it doesn't really do anything too crazy. There's also just some pop culture references in here. But overall, as I said, it's a pretty funny show. It does feel like it can be a little bit too over the top at sometimes, even for a Sonic spin-off show. But overall, it's pretty good. It does focus a little bit more on Wade than Knuckles in later episodes, so that definitely could have been improved upon, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. So on the quality scale of 0 to 100, we'll give it a 73%. And if you have Paramount Plus and you're a fan of Sonic, you might want to check this out. I don't think there's really anything in here that you have to see in order to watch the new Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which is going to be coming out this December. But if you saw it, let me know what you think about it in the comments section down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That